Hello, today I'd like to do a quick tutorial about Stampin' Up's new 2018-2020 in colors. So before we say hello to our new in colors, let's say goodbye to our retiring in colors. 2016-2018 in colors were Sweet Sugar Plum, Flirty Flamingo, which we are not losing Flirty Flamingo. It's going to come back as one of our regular colors. So we won't say goodbye to this one quite yet. Emerald Envy, Dapper Denim. I'm going to hate to see this one go especially. And what's been my favorite for the last 2 years, Peekaboo Peach. That's really one of the great things about the in colors is every year you get 5 new colors to fall in love with. And one of the hard things is that every other year you lose colors that you have come to love. And I'm going to tell you, Peekaboo Peach for the last 2 years has been my absolute favorite color. And I'm already grieving the loss of Peekaboo Peach in our new color palette. That doesn't mean I won't be still using it, but it just won't be available for sale after May 31st. So if this is a color, any of these colors are colors you don't have but think you would like to have, now would be the time to order them before they retire for good on March 31st, with the exception of Flirty Flamingo. That one will remain available. So with heavy hearts, we say goodbye to our old in colors, but the great thing is we always get new in colors. So let's say hello to our new in colors. Beautiful green, Call Me Clover. Beautiful reddish pink, lovely lipstick. I love this bright yellow, Pineapple Punch. And then this pure blue, Blueberry Bushel. We don't have a blue like this. So while I'm going to miss Dapper Denim, I think I'm going to fall in love with this one pretty quickly. And then, because I'm going to be grieving Peekaboo Peach, I suspect this one might be my new favorite color, Grapefruit Grove. Whoops. So these are our new in colors for 2018-2020. These will become available when the brand new 2018-2019 Stampin' Up! Catalog goes live on June 1st. Now, one of the things that you will notice is that the new stamp pads look very different from the old stamp pads. Stampin' Up! Has done a color refresh this year, so actually we're going to get a lot of new colors this year. They're not, all the colors are not new. Many of our colors are returning, but they've refreshed it. So there's going to be some new and, from what I've seen, wonderful new colors coming to us on June 1st. But you'll also see that they redesigned the stamp pads. And the reason Stampin' Up! Gave for this, they said the molds for these stamp pads were about to wear out. And they either had to do new molds or redesign them. So they decided to redesign them. So as you can see, these are a little smaller. And the neat thing about these stamp pads, because of these lips, do not stack very well. But the new stamp pads stack perfectly. So you can see they stack perfectly. So likely this will make storing a lot easier. And then for those of you who have the carousel to store your stamp pads, these will fit in the carousel. They just don't fit quite as tightly, so you might need to be a little bit careful about how quickly you spin the carousel around when you're searching for colors, but they will fit in the carousel. Now, these pads work a little bit differently. You remember our regular Stampin' Up! Pads, you open, you pull back, and you push in, and then pull back this way. These stamp pads open much more like a compact. So they pull straight up, and then you slide them in this way. All right. Now, I'll show you how I get my stamp pads ready to use. you'll see, for example, that I've got labels. Labels come on the bottom of the stamp pads, and it's always very helpful to have your labels so that you know what colors you're working with. So I've done them on all 4 of these, but I've got one I haven't done it on yet. So there are labels on the bottom, and I'm going to pull off the labels. I'm going to leave that one there for just a minute. And the first label, since my primary language is English, I'm going to take the English Grapefruit Grove and put this on what would be the front of the stamp pad. All right, and just because we have a lot of labels, I take another one, and I usually do the one that is in French, basically because it's just the next one that comes, and also because I had a little French in school. So I have a better chance of understanding what these are than anybody else. And I just go ahead and put that on the back. And that way, no matter which way my stamp pad is facing, I can see what color it contains. And paste that here. Now, I'm going to stick this over here to the side for a minute. Now, one of the things about the old stamp pads is, you can see I did that. I had the stamp pad label here, and then I did it again on the back. I also had one on the bottom that I left just in case it was upside down. And then when we opened it up, I had cut one so I could see when I have the pads open what color it is. Now, if you've got ink in the lid, it's easy to see, but otherwise, the color of the ink pad is not necessarily apparent. Just, dark colors look dark, and you don't necessarily know which shade of blue it is, or even sometimes whether it's black. So it's always helpful to have the color indicated on the inside. Well, Stampin' Up! Knew we were doing this, so they gave us a sticker to put on the inside and a space to put it. So when I open this one up, you see I've got a little space right here. So I'm going to get, that one's on the bottom. So I'm going to get my color sticker. There's no writing on it. It's just the color. And just stick this one right in here. Make sure I get it relatively straight. All right. And so now I can see what color I have on the inside. Now, one other thing about these new cases is I've heard some demonstrators talk about they're a little bit difficult. Now, this one is actually sliding pretty easily. Some of the newer ones, I think until the cases loosen up a little bit, are a little bit difficult to slide back. So one of the things I found is I take a little bit of olive oil and a Q-tip, and I just run it along the inside edge. And if you've got one that's a little difficult, that makes it just sliding. You see, even though this one's sliding easy, makes it just so much easier to slide. And so I just give it a good little rub on the inside. You could use any kind of oil. You could also use WD-40. You don't need a lot of it, and the Q-tip actually fits perfectly in the in this little whatever here, a track. That's the word I'm looking for. It fits perfectly in the track. And if you get a little too much, you can always take the other edge of the Q-tip and rub the extra away. And so I've got a little on the top here, so I'm just going to take it off. And then there you go. Now my end colors are all ready to stamp, and so I'm curious to see what the colors look like. And I haven't stamped anything yet, so I am going to see what we've got here. So let's stamp up. I've got a thank you from the Delightful Daisy stamp set. So let's just, ooh, that's nice. I like that. Okay, And I didn't bring your baby wipe over. So I'll actually show you the colors in another video. But these are great. I am so looking forward to using these in colors. And even though I'm grieving my loss of my Peekaboo Peach, I think maybe Grateful Grove might might help me get over that loss a little bit better. So anyway, these are the in colors. They will be available on June 1st in the 2018-2019 Stampin' Up! Catalog. If you'd like to order these in colors, go to susanscreativeimpressions.com. I will link that below in the description on this video, and you too can enjoy these beautiful colors.